Hey guys, it's Delisa, and today I'm going to do a vocal analysis on Yuju, the K-pop singer, who's part of a group called GFRIEND. So here's a little bit of background, right? A lot of, I'm guessing, her fans, I would assume that they may be Asian as well, have asked me on my vocal analysis videos to listen to her. And so I have listened to her, and I can see why they think that she's great because remember like in the 90s when the ballad was king and Mariah Carey was everything great in pop. There's still that culture that carries over in other countries of creating that light pop fun sound, musically and vocally. And so she's really great at it. I feel like there are a few drawbacks from an American listener's standpoint. Why I see why the Asian community, the Korean community will find her like, in the realm of the Mariah Careys and things like that. And I can see why Americans would be like, she's all right. So here's the first thing. Asians in general, okay. I know this is bad to talk about Asians in general, right? But I've dealt with people from China and Indonesia and Japan. I've taught artists at all levels of their game in those countries. And what I have learned about their culture is they have a very polite culture. And unlike the American culture and the African culture and the Caribbean culture, they're very quiet. So they kind of just, talk like this. They kind of talk, up their voice because they feel like being loud is in and of itself being rude. They're a very polite culture in that way. And so that definitely affects the amount of aggression that they're going to bring to their singing. It's unnatural for them to just be loud and boisterous, which American singing is all about it. So I feel like, number one, that's the first reason why a singer like Yuju would turn heads. Like, wow, she sings loud like an American. But I will say that the drawback with her, first of all, she has an amazing range. She has a very bright voice. She's very young sounding. She's only 19 years old, but of course we know 19-year-olds. I mean, listen to Jasmine Sullivan at 19. Listen to Beyonce at 19. Or there's a lot of people, by the time you're 19, you are an adult and your voice is becoming warmer. Her voice is very much, it still feels like it needs some development or maturing. So that's kind of the first thing that I notice when I hear her voice is that she sounds like a really, really, really talented kid. And I wonder what she'll sound like 15 years from now. As far as the warmth factor, like I wonder if all the technique that she has, if her voice will catch up to the technique in about 15 years and she'll have a much like kind of heavier and richer sound, because right now she doesn't have it. And some people just don't have it. Diana Ross just always had that thin voice. I mean, she was in her 30s when she did The Wiz, and that's pretty much when your voice is at your peak. So there are some people that they just don't have a whole lot of tone, and I feel like she's one of those people that her tone doesn't have a whole lot of depth or a whole lot to unfold or unravel. So what was I gonna say? I said all of that. I can tell she works very hard to be agile and to be powerful. Her belts at a C5 and C#5, it just sounds really piercing. And it sounds forced. Like I can tell like she's trying to make that her money note, when she finally does the it just, for some people that is their money note. Like, okay, when I listen to like Mary Mary, right? That's Erica Campbell's money note. Like she's always singing a big C#. For whatever reason, when she sings a C#, I'm not saying it's not big, but I don't think her voice actually gets super beautiful when it's high until she's hitting like E5s and Fs. I think that's when her voice gets beautiful because she's lifting her soft palate more. So it sounds covered. It doesn't sound as shrill. Which is interesting because usually people's voice gets shrill the higher it goes. But for whatever reason, something kicks in her anatomy where once she goes above a C sharp 5, she lifts her soft palate and really stretches to the point where it sounds warmer, and she'll sound more I don't know if I want to use the word agile, but it sounds more mature. Like everything about it sounds more mature. It flows a lot easier. When she's in her middle register, like C sharp and under, it's not that she's not moving quickly. Like you can tell she likes to do a lot of dancing around. Think Mariah Carey, okay? A lot of that. It's just not as fluid. But when she gets like above a C sharp 5, it becomes that fluid. So I feel like her job is to not push so hard in her middle register so that she can be super fluid with those lines. Probably release her tongue or something to just get those lines to flow the way they do when they're higher. And I think she'll actually achieve the sound that she's going for. I don't mean to keep ripping people. I really don't. But thank you guys for watching. And yeah, maybe you want to check out Yuju from GFRIEND, and they are a K-pop group. So thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And feel free, oh yeah, my website's delisa.com. And feel free to follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter if that's your thing, because I share everything from Instagram to Twitter. So God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.